So what's up, man?
Welcome back to Dad
Chop,
Chop, where we
chop it up, dad style. So we were just sitting here peeping at one of the new season episodes of
Rick
Rick
and Morty,
when Rick impregnated the planet
and it ended up being
thing.
God's kids.
Right.
They look like Sour Patch Kids,
That's great. And
but they look like
they're all brittle and shit.
yeah,
That's
and
funny.
they look like cookies. What do they call them?
Those gingerbread.
Yeah,
dudes.
look like gingerbread cookies,
That's
but
great.
Sour Patch Kid style with the hair, with the spiky hair.
Love me some Rick and Morty. Clearly,
Morty.
We were talking about the show, the anime turned live action Guyver.
Yeah.
The Guyver. I love that
Dude,
movie.
I loved that movie.
Right?
I loved that movie.
The movie is so dope.
Dude,
It's
and how
got
it-
the zoonoids in it.
Yeah.
Like, the creatures,
And
the
how
bad
it
creatures.
Well, then, no, and wasn't it like... I
Yeah,
don't know,
most of their stuff came out of their front of their forehead because he had
Yeah.
that eye thing that would open or whatever.
Right. And then that's what dude tried, like, ripping out of his head at
Right.
the end, and then, but he still had Guyver inside him, and
Right.
he still ended up...
Dude,
Dude,
it's-
a lot of people I talk to have no idea what I'm talking about when I
Yeah,
talk
I'm-
about that movie. Dude, that's so dope.
I watched, I would have to say that anything that had, like, Godzilla, Ultraman,
Oh, Ultraman.
any of those
Yeah.
things that are like that, dude,
Yeah.
I am all
Dude, I remember
about that,
Ultraman,
man.
but it used to come on early, remember?
Right.
Like 6 o'clock
Dude,
in the morning.
Do you
early.
remember? Right. Do you
Yeah.
remember Spectreman?
No, that one I don't.
Spectreman was like Ultraman.
Yeah?
He was this dude, and he would run up to the, wherever he was at, and he'd be like, Spectreman, and throw his arm up in the air and turn into like an almost
Like a Zoid?
Ultraman looking like dude.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Oh, yeah, no,
so,
I've never seen that one.
Yeah, so if you get a chance to check out Spectreman, doom, 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 that's how, like, the music.
Okay.
And it was great because the alien bad guys in that were gorillas. Like, I love
really?
I love how most of like a lot of those the Japanese movies will
Yeah.
have like the gorilla as the bad
As the
guy,
bad guy,
right?
yeah.
And so Spectreman was fighting this race of evil gorillas
Crazy
that were doing
gorillas,
stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
that was pretty wild, man. But I used
Right
to
on.
love Spectreman,
Dude, I'm
Ultraman,
not looking into that one for
like
sure.
all that. Like those are just my shows, man.
Yeah.
So when you brought up the Guyver, I was like, oh yeah,
You already
I'm
knew.
in
Yeah.
tune.
So,
for sure, 'cause
and
I
people see
watched a lot of that
Alien
stuff.
and they think about the alien, on the face. But, dude,
Right.
if you've seen Guyver,
Yeah, the Guyver was dope.
that shit happened first.
Like I said, one of my favorite scenes in that I was telling you earlier was like when my man was like, "Bring out the Guyver," and my man was like, "Where's the Guyver?" And dude standing there and he goes, "I am the Guyver," and then that armor shot out and then landed on him, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Dude, and he had that. Oh,
Right?
man, dude, that shit
See,
was dope.
that's like when you're like, okay, so we talk about like, you see all these movies with aliens and all this different stuff, man.
Yeah.
And I know like we're of Earth and stuff, but how dope would that be if you could just armor
Dude,
up and
right?
just start whipping ass, just like
Dude, and it's something that's
Right,
inside you that
right.
just,
that would just be
It's
ill.
like-
That would just be ill, dude. I'd be like,
it's like
I'd go
having
in
armadillo type skin just
right?
start
I'd be like,
forming.
look, check it out. I'd be like, I'm gonna go shop at Albertsons, and I walk in Albertsons and I go, I am Chuck Guyver, and then transform into a
Oh,
shopping
need a
cart,
mask.
transform into a
Oh, into
shopping
a
cart, right? Like I don't know, but it'd be awesome if you just had those abilities, man. That would be
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
Have some kind of special power like that.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I think like I like stuff like that. Like I always liked Godzilla flicks. Like I was always into like all the Godzilla movies. That new one that they made where Godzilla fought Monster Zero and then they had Mothra. This new one. That
Oh,
they
the
had
new one.
just
Yeah,
made.
no, I haven't seen
Like
it yet.
yeah,
I haven't
that
seen it.
I thought that was a pretty cool concept because I was like trying to figure out how they're going to bring all these monsters to
And
life
how's they
or
gonna
what they
fight
were
all
going
of
to do
them.
right, and how are they going to do that. And
Did they bring
basically,
in Baby Godzilla too?
no, but but the way they kind of hooked it up was, excuse me, they make it seem like I didn't know what the storyline was going to be, and here's the storyline. Basically, is that like Monster Zero, King Ghidorah, is an alpha.
Oh, okay.
Godzilla's an alpha,
Mm-hmm.
so the creatures are following the alpha.
Right.
So then that's how the alphas end up having to fight, and then once Godzilla.
one wins,
Yeah,
then
once
they
Godzilla puts
you know,
it down, like
brings-
he's gonna do.
I'm that dude.
Right. Then after that happens, then all the creatures come to him and pretty much pay homage to him, like, yo, you're the true alpha.
You're that guy.
Right. Right. So I thought that was kind of a cool
That's
storyline,
cool.
the way they broke it
Dude,
down.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. It's on currently. I think it's like on HBO or
Okay.
one of those platforms because
There's a lot of stuff I need to catch up on.
Oh my god, no doubt. Like I just watched that 2 seasons of a show called The Order, which was pretty cool. Like they had the werewolves and the witches, and just turned out to be kind of.
And
a
you
cool
said like the
little
werewolves
storyline.
hunt the witches.
The werewolves
and stuff?
hunt the witches, but then they
okay.
became part of the Blue Rose Society, and then they actually
Okay.
were learning witchcraft in their human form, but then they can still transform into werewolves.
Okay.
and
Oh, dude, my
they can
wife
turn
liked
it
that
off and
because
on.
she
Yeah.
liked True Blood.
Right. Like True Blood was cool, and then they had like that whole like thing that was going on, and was Suki and all that good stuff.
Yeah,
And
the
so
fairies and
right.
everything.
It's kind of like
Yeah, dude, my wife
that was kind of
loved
cool.
that
But I
show.
think if you watch
That
The
was cool
Order
shit.
though, it's kind of dope because it's a bit different of a story. Like you just like once you fall into it, it's kind of cool. But that was cool. What else did I binge? I mean, I think I binged damn near everything I was interested in. Ultimately,
I
on
heard
Netflix.
Ozark was good.
Word. I haven't seen that yet.
I need to finish
You
Shameless.
need to finish Preacher too, and I need to start Preacher.
Dude,
just
Preacher
to check it
is
out.
dope. Also,
I have
based on
had some
comic
auditions
book.
for Preacher.
Did you really?
Yeah, I just
Yo,
didn't
you didn't
book,
tell me
'cause-
that.
Yeah, they shoot that out here.
Yeah, well, they
Yeah.
did the first
Well,
season.
yeah, right.
Yeah, that whole
Right.
first season
Right.
was all... Dude, it's cool, man, because
I have
there's...
to check that out.
Yeah,
have to
and
check
it
it
is
out.
based on a comic book, if y'all didn't know that.
Word.
Super dope storyline where basically the product of a demon and an angel called the Genesis comes to Earth and inhabits this preacher like it, and so far he was like the only person that it accepted. Any other body else that it tried to find, they exploded.
Oh, wow.
Dude, their guts just like
That's crazy.
yeah, and all kinds of different religious figures. And
Sorry, I want to cut you off, but it's funny. Speaking of exploding, have you seen the movie called Ready or Not? It's kind of corny.
who's in it?
It's brand new. It just came out on HBO. I watched
Who's in
it
it?
the other day. I don't really know the people who are in it, sir, but I know this much. Yeah. So basically, what happens is the chick marries this guy, and then the family plays hide and seek because they're gonna
Oh
freaking try
no,
to
I
kill
haven't
chick,
seen
right?
it yet. Yeah,
Dude, I
and
was
she
tripping.
has to hide because they're gonna
Right,
kill her.
right.
No, don't tell me what happens because I want to see it. I still want to see it.
I just gotta say that it's cornball, and
Oh, is it
Yeah.
really? You seen
It's
that
goofy.
movie Knives Out?
no, I had the opportunity to watch it, but I
No,
just
it's
haven't watched it
good.
yet.
It's
All right.
good, and it's got.
I just gotta say this though, it's basically they have to find her because
That's the game.
Well, it's not just a game. They have a satanic ritual they have to freaking perform.
Oh, in
Otherwise,
order to-
they're not gonna be here anymore.
Right.
That's all I'm gonna
Oh
say.
yeah. Well,
So-
no, I saw that on the trailer.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I saw that
so
on the
that's
trailer.
pretty much
and how
that's the gist.
that's how they keep
being here.
their immortalities
Right.
by killing and doing the
Right.
Yeah. No, I knew
Yeah.
that. And then
Okay,
she had
cool.
to hide. And if she lived, or if they couldn't find her, she lives. And if they found her,
Yeah, if
Yeah.
they don't find her, when the sun comes up,
they die.
the ritual is fucking. They
Ruined,
have
yeah.
a time limit to get
Yeah.
the ritual done.
Yeah, so they're trying to.
So they're trying to survive.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
But
Nicole,
you already
I
knew
wanna
that.
watch that. Yeah.
You already
yeah.
knew that.
So,
So-
that, I knew that from the trailer. So
right,
you're not.
I didn't
giving
even.
anything away.
Okay, cool. I didn't even know that
Okay.
about that because I had seen
Yeah.
the trailer and maybe I just didn't pay attention. And so when I watched the movie, I was like, okay, this is whack. So I just,
Corny.
but I watched it, and because sometimes a movie will come out and you'll watch it and you'll go, oh my goodness, did I really just sit through that? And
Yeah.
so I kind of felt that way at the end of the movie.
Excuse
I
me,
was kind of
sorry.
like,
Yeah.
I really just sit through
Like,
that
God
and watch
damn
that
it.
shit.
I just wasted my time.
Right? I'm like, I could have been watching 2-3 more episodes of The Order at that time. And I went ahead and watched that.
No, well, have you
Oh.
seen that movie Knives Out?
No, and
And,
I need to see that.
It's about the older gentleman who's a writer, and he has all these people that he takes care of. And,
Right.
He dies, and they're going to read the will and who gets what, and this whole thing ensues. It's got Jamie Lee Curtis in it.
Word.
And, dude, I was pleasantly surprised. It's got Chris Evans in it.
Yeah, I mean, they have a good cast in that.
Yeah. And what's his name? Nash. That show. How do I know? Miami Vice. What's the dude's name?
Oh, damn it. How funny.
Brain
I know
fart.
exactly right. Who
I'm
you're talking
sorry.
about. Blonde-haired guy. Right? That's who you're talking
The
about?
original.
Yeah, right. The original dude from...
Yeah.
What the hell was his name? Crockett and Tubbs. And, what is his name? Oh,
Why
my
do I keep
God.
thinking Nash?
I don't
No,
know.
not Nash.
No, I
Nash
know.
Bridges? No. Dude.
Dang, that stinks. I know exactly who you're talking about, though. But yeah, nonetheless, he's in it too, right?
Yeah, he's in it
That's
too.
cool. I have to check that out.
Dude, it's got a great cast.
I just watched, what is it, Eurovision with Will Ferrell, where it's on Netflix.
Okay. Is it a show or a
It's
movie?
a comedy.
Is it a
single
show?
movie.
Oh, okay, it's a movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
and,
okay.
since you have Netflix, you should probably watch that and
Okay.
you'll laugh because Will
Yeah,
Ferrell
check it
is
out.
freaking hilarious.
Yeah,
He's
it
a
is.
funny guy.
Speaking of Will Ferrell, did you hear that they're coming out with another Wedding Crashers? They're going to do a second Wedding Crashers.
That's cool.
Bro.
That's
and
cool.
original cast too, Vince Vaughn.
That'll be dope.
Yeah.
That'll be dope.
So.
Yeah, no. If you see that, I think it's Eurovision. But anyway, it's on Netflix and it's funny as hell.
Okay. Check it out.
Because there's supposed to be an Icelandic music group,
Oh, really?
and everybody feels like they completely suck,
Yeah.
and so like at some point the people who are going to move on in the contest all get blown up, so they get to go on the show by default because everybody's dead.
Okay.
And it's great because my man's all, when it happens, they're like standing there and he goes, "Wait a minute, this means we automatically place." Like, so he's excited about the fact that
he's like, yes.
right, this arm lands in front of him and he's like, all right, we're on the show. We get to be on the show.
Okay. I'll have to check it out.
But their whole country's like, boo, these guys stink. So yeah, but they of course end up not stinking because the thing is like every time they do a show, something stupid happens. This is Dad Chop, where we chop it up, Dad style. I'm gonna dip. He's gonna dip. Chuck J.
We're not dip. You dip. We dip.
Right? Why you take my dips and shit? I'm gonna say peace for right now.
Signing off.
And we'll see you in a sec.
See you next time.
Peace.